So basically, our program is called Global Clean Tech Innovation Program, and EcoClay is one of our finalists from the water efficiency category, yeah, winner. And this project is actually from a researcher in University Science of Malaysia. How does this research comes about is because of a problem by the Perbadanan Bekalan Air Pulau Pinang, Sdn Bhd. They have an issue of sludge that is accumulating at their wastewater treatment. So they are looking for some solution in order for them to not to pollute our environment. Because if this is not being managed properly, what it does is that it will be contaminating our environment, because it consists of metal and bacteria that is harmful to human beings. Okay, so so they approached University Science of Malaysia, and Dr. Yo is one of them, the researcher that is actually looking into the solution for PBA, yeah, Perbadanan Bekalan Air Selangor, in treating this sludge from the water treatment plant. Yeah. So in terms of the requirement, why there is a need to have this kind of projects or research is because there is already an environmental act in place that requires all the PBTs or the wastewater treatment plant operators to actually manage the sludge that is generated from their plant. Because if they were to dispose the sludge from the wastewater treatment plant to the normal waste treatment, for example, in municipal waste, like the one that we manage for our house, then they will be fined. Yeah? They will be fined, and also will be what you call it, penalized. Yeah, they will need to pay penalty for not adhering to the Quality Act. Yeah? So with this come an opportunity. Yeah, we know always when there is a problem, there is an opportunity for you. So the USM actually has actually looked at what is the content in terms of the sludge, and they found there are many harmful and hazardous material inside the sludge, and it makes it a very important thing that we need to address the sludge that was generated from the wastewater treatment plant. Okay, so what the Dr. Yo and his team does is that to actually to trap this metal content in the sludge, and the way they do it is by the current process will be by using a chemical treatment where it will become a polymer, plastic, or byproducts. Okay, so this polymer actually, when you go through chemical treatment, you're not only creating another problem or issue of handling the chemicals. So what the researchers in USM looking for is how to actually manage this without even adding problem to it. Yeah. So they were looking at the nanostructure of the sewage or the sludge, and they found a lot of metal composition in the sludge, and they have come up with the, if I might go back, a solution where they get this so-called clay. They mix it with clay to actually trap the metal content in the sludge. Yeah? And that is how they actually come up with that solution. So basically, in terms of positioning statement, EcoClay is an eco-friendly clay derived from the need of sustainable water resources. Yeah? And this is because of the fact that it is actually driven by the Quality Act that is already in place, as well as addressing the waste of the water treatment plant. Right. So what they does is that basically they take in the sludge, which is here, and mixed it with normal clay. Yeah. And this normal clay, what it does is that with the composition of these two material, the clay able to trap all the metal element in the sludge. Yeah. And hence, we can actually use this now becoming eco clay instead of just normal clay to do other products. So, yeah. So in terms of value proposition, we are converting, we are basically addressing a problem, yeah, by creating a value for this sludge that was generated from the water treatment plant. By doing so, we actually in compliance with the regulation. We managed to save a lot of cost of disposing the sludge, the waste, and to protect the environment. And also, it has been able to be an income generation means for the pottery industry, because they don't have to buy a lot of clay now that they have additional material that they can mix. Yeah, so the material cost become cheaper, and when they sell it to the public, they will get more returns in terms of its profit margins. And we are working with some artists that are actually doing the sculpture, and they are looking into how they can actually use that to replace the current clay that they are using. Yeah? So the potential is huge. If you look at the, in terms of market potential, these are all facts based on normal clay that is actually produced in Malaysia. Yeah, so with almost 800 ton metric, 800,000 tons metric per year. Yeah? So with the and the ceramic market that is actually in Malaysia right now is actually divided into 4 categories, and the bulk of it is coming from the construction, used for construction, and of course artists and also ceramic ware. In terms of available sludge, in year 2013 alone, Malaysia water production is generating 15 million megaliters per day. So just imagine, with 5% sludge generated from each plant, yeah. So we are talking about 750 million tons of sludge per day generated in all over Malaysia. So this risk pose a very high risk and potentially will be damaging to our environment. Okay. So in Penang itself, we are generating 988 million tons per day in terms of the sludge. Sorry, 49.4 million tons per day. So we have an issue of sludge, and this can actually be become the raw material for the pottery industry. Okay, in terms of market segment, I mentioned earlier, construction has the biggest market share in terms of clay markets. So what we are doing now is actually we are working with artists at this point of time, basically in a small pottery business, gifts, making glass from the clay, eco clay. And we intend to actually start looking at ceramic ware, yeah, probably into some exhibitors, collectors items, yeah, and hopefully we can go into construction. Yeah. So what are the competitive edge of this product? Basically, in terms of by comparison, commercial clay and eco clay. For eco clay, the cost has come down to half of the current clay cost. So you can see clearly, you can actually see the margin already improved by 50%. Yeah? It has a very consistent quality. It's versatile, safer, and also most important thing is it is a green product, because when we have this composition of eco clay, the mining of clay from the mining quarry can be lessened, because that also will contribute another issue of earthquake and other problem, environmental problem. So the industry do not have to take up so much million tons of clay every year, probably by 50%. Okay. So this is our comparison to normal clay. So of course, in terms of our pricing, we are much better. Production cost probably similar, not so much different. But in terms of mechanical strength and aesthetic value, we are much superior. And of course, in terms of surface roughness, we are much better than the normal clay. So this is just our business model canvas, how we build our business proposition to potential industry partners and also industry takers. Okay. In terms of IP, we have done IP search pattern for our eco clay, and so far we have found only 2 that is actually patented in US. But they are using from different source of waste, not from wastewater treatment. In terms of financial projection, we expect to grow considerably as we improve the product R&D. Yeah? And hopefully we can by by the 3rd year we can penetrate the construction industry. So this is just our projection in terms of financial. So these are our forecasted projection of 5 years projection, and we are probably in the 5th year we'll make our break even or profit after the 5th year. So these are the teams that are actually working on the product currently. Mr. Tang is our marketing officer, also the CEO of the company. Dr. Yo and Mr. Chi Wee Kiat is actually the team that is working on the R&D of the eco clay. And Dr. Samsu Muhammad is actually an artist in pottery industry. So he creates, he makes use of our clay and actually start to look into other potential in terms of our eco clay. Okay. I think yeah, again on before we finish, basically eco clay is an eco-friendly product. It solves our environmental issues in relation to the sludge that is generated from the wastewater treatment plant. And we also have basically we are looking for clay distributors, clay pottery, and also ceramic factories, as well as artists. And we are currently, I mean, the company is currently working with an artist that actually doing sculpture. So they are building human out of our eco clay at this point of time.
Which process of water treatment did you add or pour the clay? Is it during water treatment or after water treatment?
Can I, where are you from, sir, just now?
I'm from Malacca.
Malacca?
Yes.
Malacca State? department?
UTM Melaka.
Okay. Basically, the clay is added after. I mean, the sludge is added to the clay after the process. Yeah, we do the mixing. The secret recipe is in the mixing of the eco clay and the sludge. It's not during the process of water treatment.
So after you produce a product, for example, if the hazardous contaminant will harm to the human.
Yes.
Okay. So if you add with a clay, is it still hazardous
No.
the human?
Actually, with the composition, our secret recipe, we managed to trap all the metal in the clay itself. So it's not hazardous.
So it still have, if you trap the clay with hazardous material, is it still have the hazardous material?
The material is still in there.
Okay.
It's trapped. But what we have not done is that to see at what level it will break. Because when it's trapped, it may react to heat or other environmental, maybe it due to degradation or over a period of time. But we have not clarified that issues yet. It's in the process. If I may share a short presentation on what we as MITE is doing, yeah. Actually, I'm not the eco-clay company by any means.
Representative.
But, yeah, just basically the owner of a program where eco-clay come on board. We are actually from MITE, Malaysian Industry Government Group for High Technology. We have a booth in Hall 6. The minute you come down from Hall 5 or Hall 4, you will see us first. So big booth there. So I welcome you guys after the session to have a look at our booth. Basically, we are an organization, a not-for-profit organization in the purview of Jabatan Perdana Menteri. And our focus is in high technology industry development. Okay, but we have here is that it's a global program that is called Global Clean Tech Innovation Program, and we are working very closely with our partners in Global Environment Facility, UNIDO, a short form for United Nations Industrial Development Organization, and we also work with our partner, knowledge partner, Clean Tech Open, which is Mr. Kevin over there, busy taking pictures. He's actually from the Silicon Valley, from Clean Tech Open US, and also being sponsored by KETA as our chairperson for the steering committee. Okay, so what this program is all about is about a global program that actually started off with 5 countries in the world, developing countries in the world, and it's going to be bigger as years come, because we are expecting to have probably 25 countries participating in this program. Okay, so now we have Pakistan, India, Armenia, Turkey, and South Africa, apart from Malaysia, actually running the same program. And as we speak, they are actually also hosting the same program in their own backyard. And we are fortunate that Mr. Kevin has chosen to be in Malaysia to witness our first clean tech global clean tech innovation program in Malaysia, because we just had our final yesterday. If you look at the, if you can get yourself a show daily bulletin for today, you can find us at the back of the leaflet, rewarding innovation. It will give you a glimpse of what is the program is all about. But I don't think I have the time to explain everything. I will ask you to go to our booth, because this is an opportunity for Malaysian researchers, Malaysian startups, Malaysian SMEs to participate and have a chance to go to the Silicon Valley, all expense paid, by the program, to see to connect with like-minded people. There will be around 1,500 people down there, and you can actually share your product, your technology, and you can meet potentially your partners, your industry partners, and who knows, your venture capitals. Okay, I think that is a huge opportunity for Malaysians So I do encourage you to go to our booth and we can explain you better down there. Okay? With that, thank you very much for the opportunity for today. And we have another 2 contestants from our finalists, which will come after this. And one of them, which is a Prof. Ramanesh from Free the Seed, will be representing Malaysia in going to US in November. Okay. With that, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh and good day. Bye.